Hello there. I've had a few requests from students who have taken my sock class to provide some video demonstrations of some of the transitions. And this is for the Cozy Toes pattern by Christiane Burkhard. Where we're starting is, let me pull the pattern in here. We're starting right before the reinforced heel flap. Okay, so I've worked a cuff. I did not work a leg on my sock. I just worked a cuff. However, under the leg section is an important line of information, and that is to complete stitches on needle 2 and then to stop. So I'm going to orient you here again. So I have needle 1, needle 2, and needle 3. Okay. So I finished knitting on my needle 2 here in the back. And then under reinforced heel flap directions, I am to slip the stitches on N3 onto N1. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. Here's N1 and N3. So let me go ahead and slip these. Always slip your stitches purlwise when you're moving your stitches. You don't want to reorient them. You just want them slipped over. So, and you can see when I slipped N3 onto N1, I have my tail right in the middle. So that gives you a little landmark. And then with the right side facing, work back and forth as follows. So from here, we are going to make our heel flap, okay? So it's going to come off of this needle, and we're going to work back and forth. So I'll begin. So row 1, we slip 1 purlwise, knit 1, and repeat to the end. Okay, so I'm going to slip 1 purlwise, then I'm going to knit 1. I'm going to take the working arm from the back here. Sorry about that. I was out of the frame a little bit. And then I knit that first stitch, slip purlwise, knit, and then I just do this to the end. Repeat this, slip 1, knit 1, and I'm keeping the yarn in back when I'm slipping. Okay, you don't want that yarn in front, otherwise it's going to create a bar across your work. So you want that in the back. And then to the last stitch here. Okay, so row 1 is done, and now I'm going to turn my work. Okay, and now I've got the wrong side facing. Can you see that? This is the inside of my sock here. So, and I'm working flat now. I'm not working in the round anymore. I'm just working on this needle back and forth. So for row 2, I slip 1 purlwise and purl to the end. So slip the first stitch purlwise, and then I just purl to the end. You have to kind of work around that needle in the front. You don't do anything with it, you just sort of keep it out of the way as best you can. Once your heel flap gets going a little bit and you have a little bit of length on it, it's a little bit easier. Okay, and then we turn back to the right side, and now we're on row 3. Oops, bringing my needles around. Okay, now here it's a little more awkward. We slip 1 and then we slip 1 again, and then knit 1 and repeat from the asterisk to the end. Now here's an error in this pattern. I love this pattern, but there is an error. I want you to cross out knit 2 and write knit 1. Okay, so for this I will slip the first stitch and I'm going to slip the next stitch and then knit 1, and then I'm going to slip, knit 1 until the last stitch. And then I'm at the last stitch and I will knit that stitch. Whoops. There we go. Okay. And so for row 4, I'm just going to repeat row 2, and you repeat these 4 rows right here until the flap measures roughly whichever size you're doing, 1.75 to 2.5.